Hi, this is Theodore Shaw coming at you from Eastern Oregon, small town known as Haines. Just living it up, enjoying school. Just finishing up shading and lighting 2. And I just want to show a couple of the things off. So let me just turn off the video capture here and take you to the display. So first thing we did in the first week was we learned about diffuse and specular reflections. And so what we did was I used this reference image to take in Maya, and what we did was learn about like diffuse reflections. Usually are reflections that are the light scatters. We don't always see the light reflect off of them. Something like rubber, that it tends to absorb a lot of the light. But then also the specular reflections are more like car paint, like you see here, that the light hits it and bounces off, and we see that as it reflects onto other things. And so it was just a really neat project. We got to put in these materials and learn how that works with the lighting. And then what we did after that with the regular references, then we got to do like a themed reference. And so what I did was I took this reference here from a game that'll be coming out called Doom Eternal. This is a Doom Marauder, and take that image and apply its colors to this. And so I felt pretty proud of how this turned out, especially being the first week. It still felt a little bumpy in Maya, but now after we've done this class, I feel much more comfortable in Maya, and I'm just kind of excited about all the things we've learned. Another thing we did was we made textures in Photoshop, and we got to apply them into Maya. And so it was pretty neat to get to see that process. We made tileable textures so that you don't see hard lines in Maya when you make a render. Which, like, I use this material to use on the jade color for the vases, and to be able to make more exciting renders. And then we got to apply it into Nuke and use like depth of field. So like right here I'm focused on the telescope and the rest is kind of blurry, to be able to give more of a sense of this image. We got to learn about specular transmissions, diffuse transmissions, emissive light. We talked about AOVs that you use to be able to transfer over to Nuke and make these changes with the different AOVs. It's been a really great class. There's been a lot to learn, but it's been pretty enjoyable. I really have enjoyed learning more and more about how to make the lighting and shading of a piece to make it look like a better overall composition. This was another one I did a Nuke, and it was just really fun. We got to use Substance Painter in this final week, and I'm pretty excited to get to use that in the future, because rather than do things in Photoshop and then in Maya, you can look at your texture here in 2D on the right panel, and on the left you can see how it comes out in 3D, and that was pretty awesome. And then also being able to transfer that into Unity. And so overall it's just made me feel a lot more comfortable with these programs, and just being able to just drill the basics over and over and learn the technical skills. It's been a great class, but also just like I said, an immense amount of learning and different things that we got to see. I'll bring back the video, but I just really enjoyed this class. I feel more comfortable in Unity and Nuke. I'm pretty excited to use Substance Painter in the future, and just learning about the different ways that light reflects. It's been kind of fun to notice that in my own life, but also, kind of share that stuff with my family and friends, that talking about the things that I'm learning about specular and diffuse reflections and transmissions, and how that kind of lights up our world, but also lights up scenes in movies and games that we see every day. And so it's been a really great class, and I've really enjoyed it. And that's my thoughts on it.